We welcome in via video chat from his home in Southern California, diehard Cincinnati Reds fan, Charlie Sheen. Charlie, welcome to Intentional Talk. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's an honor to be here on guesting on one of the best shows on television, period, the end.
Period, the end. Please, just quick, your two doggies that we were talking about yesterday, please. No?
No, I'll tell you. They were stolen. Stolen under the cover of darkness, and I'm on a mission to get them back. So don't touch a man's fries, don't steal a man's dogs.
Done deal. But Charlie, the reason why I bring this up, I think we found them. I'm going to show you a picture right now. Matt Vasgersian.
You know what? I never liked him.
Got Sheen.
Oh my God. That's genius, guys. I love it. I love it.
We'll keep an eye out for your pups, Charlie. Now, we know that you're a diehard Cincinnati Reds fan. Now, Millar, a few weeks ago, actually said the St. Louis Cardinals were going to win the NL Central. So you're a baseball expert. Tell Millar why the Reds are going to win that division.
Because they have the right combination, like the '90 team had, of a young team that's hungry and that has a swagger and has just the right mix of veteran leadership. And they got a bullpen full of arms that I think are ready to play October baseball.
So that being said, you grew up in California. Tell me how you became such a big Reds fan.
My dad's from Dayton, Ohio. And so my Uncle Mike and he were huge Reds fans. And it's just, you know, when your dad's following a team, it's who you follow. And I fell in love with them in '74, 5 and 6, obviously, big years. And then I survived those, decade-long droughts. And I just, I'm just not a bandwagon jumper or a fair weather guy. I'm a diehard fan, but I'm also a student of the game. And when people say baseball's boring, that's when our relationship ends.
See, you're exactly right. Now, you were back in Cincinnati. Some of the boys had your shirts on with your name on it and your picture. I want to know which one of those boys back in the clubhouse would have been probably a better actor.
Because he looks like a movie star, Joey Votto.
He's got movie star money also, bro.
No, more than movie star money.
Well, Charlie, you were actually in the Queen City when Marty Brennaman had his head shaved, and you were gracious enough to donate $50,000 to the Reds charities as well. Right. What do you think of Marty's look once it's all done? Because he went tight. He lost the whole lid.
He should have paid them because he looks so much better. Doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He looks great. And then I did a little bit of research and found out about the foundation, and it just seemed like it seemed like that was just being called to help out. Anytime I can do something like that. What I was upset about, not upset, but just a little bit embarrassed about, was all the press it got, because I never do stuff like that for the public attention. I do it for the kids, or whoever needs the help. And so it's hard to it's nice to get a big tip of the hat or a nice a nice hug behind that, but it's never about media. It's always about where the money's going, who the people are that you're helping, and just giving back a little.
No doubt. That's awesome, brother. But listen, now you've been a baseball guy your whole life. We found a picture of you from high school. I want you to break down Charlie Sheen, the baseball player, Big Pimp.
Clearly, that's why I didn't do this thing for a living. There I am, like, soaking wet at 147 with a pocket full of bus change. And but the one thing I had, guys, I had a really good arm, and that's something you can't teach. Decent speed, good hit and run guy, but really I couldn't hit Uncle Charlie to save my life. But I used to go to baseball camp in Springfield, Missouri, and I finally got scouted my final summer there to the University of Kansas. But I didn't have the grades. I didn't have any interest in school. And it wasn't like jail or baseball, so I just hung up my cleats.
Well, you actually got to do both in the movie Major League, as you played the role of Rick Vaughn and you showed off that powerful right arm. Was that like living a lifelong dream for you when you got to, step onto a major league bump?
Oh yeah, no, it was unbelievable. And I was reminded as a player, the mound is so close from home plate and so far from the rubber. It is a whole adjustment throwing strikes in front of 30, 40,000 people. Suddenly you feel every cell in your body, And the problem, we had a ball on Major League, and yeah, I got to do both things, baseball and movies. But problem was that we weren't working like a 5-man rotation. We had the stadium for 5 nights, and night 1 I throw 148 pitches, come back night 2 throw 100. Night 3 I'm just like, hey buddy, anybody got an arm? And I literally left my arm behind on both of those movies. So we're doing Major League 3 probably in my first break on the show on Anger Management, And the great news is this: I'm selling cars, right? As the movie starts. If you buy a car from me, I'll play catch with your kid for 10 minutes. We all wind up back in spring training, and I'm warming up in the bullpen, and they're like, all right, good. Your changeup looks great. Let's see the fastball. I'm like, that was the fastball. So everything's broken down, and it's David Ward wrote it. He wrote the first one. He's going to direct it. It's a perfect bookend to that whole saga,
Charlie, in the mid-'90s, you actually bought a full section of the outfield in Anaheim, I believe it was. What was going on here, and is that Bret Michaels out there with you?
That is Bret Michaels.
See?
What? Oh, gosh, we're in the bandana. That thing's in the Smithsonian now. It was a decision I made at 3 o'clock that afternoon. I called, it was the Big A at the time. I said, hey, you got any seats in the outfield? They're like, that section's closed. I'm like, sell it to me. They're like, how many seats? I'm like, the whole thing. So we drive down there. We got 2,200 seats in the left field pavilion. And Detroit's in town, and the fielder has been on a tear. And we're sitting there. I think 5 balls hit the wall that night. And the funny thing is, we're so hungover as a fly ball is hit deep, and the outfield is drifting back. You can see us just kind of like maybe getting up. So disinterested, like, whatever. And so we caught nothing because I tried to force the hand of the baseball god, and that doesn't work. The next night, I'm watching the game, and not just in my section, but in my seat, 3 home runs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is my luck, right, guys?
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, a lot of people don't know this about you, but you're a huge memorabilia collector, and I want to know what's the nicest or coolest thing that Charlie Sheen has in his collection.
It's 10 feet away. I'm going to grab it and show it to you?
Yes.
Well, wait, can you hold on 1 second?
Yes. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. You said you had speed back in high school at Santa Monica High School, Charlie. 6 1,000, 19 1,000.
Charlie?
We're back.
Charlie?
There he comes.
There he is. Oh. Ooh, what is that?
Is that Babe Ruth's ring?
Should I give this a good shot here? Oh, it's got a reflection. Sorry. This. You see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth 1927 World Series ring.
Oh, wow.
Now, and this is the Yankee copy of the contract that sold it to the Red Sox in 1920.
Holy cow, huh? So listen, Charlie, I got a few questions, rapid fire. I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Give me your 1-word answer and tell me what you think. You ready?
Yeah, go.
All right. Major League or 8 men out?
Major League.
Joe Morgan or Johnny Bench?
Sorry, Johnny. Joe Morgan.
Who wins in the HR Derby? Charlie Sheen or Emilio Estevez?
In an absolute drubbing and a shutout, Charlie Sheen.
Ooh, nice. You can pick one sporting event to go to. What is it?
Game 7, any World Series.
Nice. Now, last question. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
Worth more, a Charlie Sheen signed baseball or a Kevin Millar signed baseball?
Tied for first.
Yes!
Tied for first.
Yes!
Hey, Charlie, we actually have one quick bonus question. This was sent in on our Twitter feed at Intentional Talk by Sports Crazy Patrick, who wants to know, Charlie, a hot girl wants to leave a Reds game in the 8th inning of a tied game. Do you stay or do you leave?
Are her friends already in your limo? That wasn't part of the question. Is there a tie game?
Yeah.
Is there a set calling in the limo? Do I have a transistor radio in my pocket?
Vin Scully's
Sure,
on the
not?
radio. Vin Scully's announcing the Reds game.
You have to stay.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's a baseball fan. Hey, Charlie, listen, we had a great time today. We hope you enjoyed yourself here on Intentional Talk. And don't be a stranger. Come back and visit us during the playoffs, okay?
Can we do this like once a week?
Yes, we're in. And we're going, hey, Rose, we're going to the playoffs. Charlie and I are going to the playoffs because Reds are going to make it as a wild card team.
I don't know about the wild card, but they're definitely going to be there. They're definitely going to be there. If you're somewhere else, I'll swoop in, grab you, and we'll go together. Yeah.
We're gone.
Nice. Charlie,
Awesome.
thanks for doing this, and have a great weekend.